Greetings, I'm Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator, today with painting um, the replacement area tokens for Hazard Rising Threat. I have these neat little hexagons to use in place of circles. I will miss my old circle hex system, but it is time to update it. And these will have more room for all the cubes and stuff that might come into an area. I have a little reminder guide of what I need. Question is which one to start with. We have the science vessel. A lot of stuff's going to need blue, and I'm not going to have to double back on the blue too much. So I think that's where I'm going to start. Population red, fuel green, so it'll be blue. Rock brown, which will be blue, then yellow to make it green, and then red on top of that to make it brown. And blue for the water itself. And radiation, wreckage, capitals of the vessel. Alright. Get all the water out of the brush. So what has been going on lately? The Saturday at the game store. Actually got an extra person today, so we had 5 people, which is nice. I got to play Francis Drake, a game that I got with my auction winnings, and there will be a video up next Saturday, unless I decide to make it publish it earlier. But your general idea is you're preparing for the voyage, and then you're secretly planning your mission tiles to make the most of what you've prepared and any knowledge you've gained from where Spanish frigates are in terms of being able to add their support for Spanish troops for protecting their forts, getting that inside information. And trying to attack enemy galleons for points and jewels, and you're trying to attack towns and forts for points and gold or silver, and you're trying to use trade goods to get commodities that are worth points at the end of the game. The silver, gold, and jewels are treasures scored at the end of the game. If you accomplish certain conquests, attacking a galleon, a fort, or a town over the course of the turn, doing all 3 gets you a big point bonus at the end of the voyage. And then, depending on what points people have at the end of the voyage, will determine the next turn order. And most points at the end wins. And the tiebreaker is whoever gets to end first. Actually seeing it in action in terms of, the way people play is interesting. A lot of interlocking factors to keep in mind with this game. You need the supplies to make the distance, but then you need the crew, the guns, having the galleon, or having the trade goods to actually make the most of that distance. It's kind of a tricky game, and it's kind of a tough game in a way, but I don't think it's nearly as hard as it could be. Players can only really mess with each other in terms of getting better stuff sooner. There's no real aggressive sabotage other than to anticipate that certain people are going to go after certain galleons or forts and take up either admiral or governor to really mess with them. Then other game we got to play today was Iron Dragon, another Empire Builder type set in someone's fantasy RPG campaign setting. Those games get kind of tricky sometimes, especially when it's not Empire Builder, and I'm left asking, where the hell is the city? At least with Iron Dragon, they have the sense to have cities that start with the same letter in approximately the same region, which helps. Iron Dragon also has your foreman that gives you certain cost advantages, like building through forests or mountains costs you cheaper, or in dealing with building underground, because there's the underground section, an underground city to potentially connect to. But like all the Empire Builder games, there's a lot of random events that can happen after someone delivers, or like does a reset on their hand, and can ruin your rails or mess up your loads. And then you just have to kind of improvise from there. Thankfully, the group I play with has this kind of loan rule where if you're in a tight spot, you can borrow money, but you have to pay double what you borrow back after your next delivery. That way, people aren't completely screwed. If a game, any game that makes that there's like zero possibility of coming back, can be real discouraging to play sometimes when certain factors are out of your hands. In which case, you're kind of encouraged to be absolutely paranoid that something bad's going to happen, and I don't like games leaning too far into that. I don't like games making you feel too paralyzed to do anything. It's one thing if something like doesn't make sense and getting punished for that, but I don't know. Sometimes games can get a little too brutal in terms of just being too difficult to anticipate or plan for. Rinse out the brush real quick. keep it from getting too overwhelmed with paint. I may have to do the rest of this off video, but for now, just enjoy a bit of drink and a chat. More iced tea from Arizona green tea. See, I like getting the jugs of the tea and just pouring my own glass instead of getting all these cans and bottles that just take up space and trash. What else has been going on lately? The Pillar Loves Tabletop Game Series has been going on. That's it. Fire and Axe should be up tomorrow. Today is currently Saturday. Tomorrow will be Sunday. Sunday afternoon, my time. Here in Mountain Standard. Kind of wish I just leave the time as standard and just not mess with it. I don't know. The Urbana video would be the recent video to come up. I'm still waiting on card sleeves for that one. That game. It always makes me nervous to play someone else's game and find their cards aren't sleeved. I want to be very, very careful with them. And then the Fire and Axe video coming up tomorrow. And then the Dune video is done, and the Francis Drake video is done. The Francis Drake video I had to do on my phone. It's just this little web camera that I've got some years ago. It works decently for still stuff like this, but for bigger things, sometimes I need to resort to using my phone. And I've learned that, hey, I can upload to YouTube from my phone. But then if I want the thumbnail that I worked hard on to make, that I just upload separately from my laptop or the internet. Oh yeah, that was the thing that happened the other day is the freaking Verizon went down. It's like, oh crap. And I need this to come back. There's stuff I gotta do that I can only do on my phone. And I'm also waiting on a phone call to see if Commands and Colors Ancients ever came in. Or some card sleeves I've been waiting for too. Or, heaven forbid, a freaking job offer. Because hours are starting to dip again. Come on. And then I got back to Doom 3. Got out of the Mars Underground. I'll probably be continuing that playthrough. As much as the game scares the crap out of me sometimes. I've gotten kind of used to the first level stuff because it's the same thing I keep playing through. Anyway, but still, I don't exactly have a good heart for it. Holy crap. I'm also thinking about coming back to Deus Ex. Because, yes, it's another first-person game, but at least there's a little bit different approach to it. I'm also thinking about coming back to Age of Empires 3 because, um, actual watch time aside, it's one of the videos lately that's actually gotten quite a number of views, which makes me curious that maybe the game does have an audience that's happy to notice other people giving it attention. Uh, Sometimes I have trouble focusing in those games. It's like, okay, what do I do now? Which is the reason why I kind of enjoy more turn-based things, like Lords of Magic. Except I need to find the patch where I can run it in a window to feature that one again. Well, that one's got some like slow burn to it in terms of training, using your champions to train um, your units, and learning spells apparently takes for freaking ever. But it's still a nostalgic part of my childhood, teenage years. I need to get more paint on this brush, and apparently it's not enough. Make sure. I'll look and see what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'll have to wait for these to dry and then go over them with the next color that I'm gonna need. What else do I want to come back to? I want to maybe give Princess Maker 2 and FTL another shot to actually get through them at least once. Princess Maker 2 is a pain in the butt with regard to money, because that's just, if I remember that the festival is where it is, and I get up like the art skill for the art contest or something. Maybe that'll help. And then FTL, I honestly have no fucking clue what it's gonna take to win that one. There's coming back to Pagan, Ultimate 8. Um, that one got quite a bit of attention, so maybe people are curious to check that one out some more. I might also just try juggling a bunch of different playthroughs, like Deus Ex, Pagan. Um, See how far I can get sessions of Age of Empires 3, Princess Maker 2, FTL. And while focusing on the gameplay is all well and good, I want to be able to chat about stuff. And I feel like I don't really have much to say other than to just talk about the game whenever something has my curiosity. Which is why I need to go out and do more when I can. I'm still floating around the idea of going outside and kicking around a soccer ball and filming that while talking about some stuff. But being on outside, the sound capture on the phone microphone probably isn't the best. So I'm not sure how well that's going to work out. And finally, there's some costumes that I did not feature in the costume shorts that I might just do some little extra episodes for. And I keep bringing that up, but it's something. Better to, have that as an option. As I said before, I'd like to get through my costume pipeline. And, have that be what I use for the next costume shorts. Might make chat and craft videos out of those ones. Other chat and craft videos I have in mind include coming back to my drawing at some point, because I still have that book that I haven't really messed with. And I have pairs of jeans in need of repair that can make a video out of that, or it can just say I need this to be done and take care of it. And then there's always there's always trying to sing some more, regardless of. I know I call it my first Monday of the month karaoke, but maybe I can do it on some other days just for the hell of it. Find a day that I have to myself here at the house. And just sing my heart out. Maybe actually download the lyrics ahead of time on stuff I want to sing. And sing it. I know it's hard not having the music, but I think I do alright. Yeah, I'm going to finish the rest of this on my own. It needs to be done. I can't keep putting it off. But I'm running out of stuff to talk about. So that's what I'll be doing while this is uploading. So thanks very much for watching today. This is a game that I want to improve the pieces on and get it tested, and one of these days I'll have a board game on the shelf with my name on it, and that'll be the best day ever. Alright, so until then, here's open. Thanks for watching. This has been Pillar. I'll see ya.